Hello everyone, my name is Yuri from Mouse, and we're back with a track guide, week 2 of the GT Sprint series. And as you can see, you might be able to see, we're on Fuji, but we're on the fast version of Fuji. We can skip the chicane, keep a really good flow through the track, and the track becomes much more open, much more fast-paced, I think. I like the flow a lot more. So, without further ado, let's get into the track guide and see how we drive around this. Alright, here we are in the last sector. On Fuji, running race fuel as usual. And on the last sector, that means a bunch of different entry lines that can work. I like to go a bit wider on the entries. Make sure I got a good exit. Long start finish straight here. We're in the Ferrari. Car with a turbo, that works well because you have a bit of elevation. Looking for turn 1. Around the 120 mark, we're gonna brake. Car rotated. Turn 2. Look at the 50. Got the inside. Keep it tight in turn 3. Make sure you get the rotation before you go back on power. Take it on to 50. Again, get the rotation. Careful with the rear stepping out here. Then we get to the part where normally is chicane. Now there's not, so we brake at the end of the markers on the road. Down 1 gear. Try to keep the speed here, don't turn in too early. Again, run wide here on the entry. The rear wants to step out, as you can see. Same here, wide on the entry. And try to set up for a good exit. And with that good exit, we're gonna carry the speed all the way to start finish again. Right, so here we are starting our lap from the outside cam so we can have a better look and go into more detail. So, running up to turn 1, as I said, you want to brake around the 120. And you can see as well this line on the left here. It doesn't go exactly straight. It only goes straight from about the 200 marker. So you want to just run in a straight line and line our car with the straight line at the 200 marker. Then you get to about 120, you just go on the brakes. Slowly go down, a bit down on the brakes to get. Don't turn in too early. I go down to first gear here to get a bit more rotation in the car. And slowly back on the power. Don't just immediately go flat because the Ferrari does have some traction issues, especially low speed. Then turn 2, we want to line it up with the car as much on the right curb as we can. This curb might as well be flat and racing surface. So we want to go as close to the grass as we can. At around the 50, tap the brake, go look to the inside, and you want to be very close to this bollard on the inside. They raise the curbs a bit, so you used to be able to just go through the bollard, no issue. Now it's a bit higher, want to get close to that bollard here. Car jumps over it, that's fine. Go to the outside again, and here on the outside you can run all 4 tires on this painted curb, but you need to be back when it ends. So you don't want to run too wide here because then you need to slow down to get back on the track. By the time it ends here, you want to have 2 tires on the track again. And then keep the car from running too wide. You want to be very smooth on the inputs here. Small tap on the brake is going to make the car go a bit more to the inside. Turn a bit more. Small tap on the throttle is going to make the car go a bit more to the outside. So initially, you need to be very smooth. Tiny tap on the brake, tiny tap on the brake when we need it more, tiny tap on the brake. But as you can see, very, very small inputs to keep the speed up and keep the car rolling through the corner. Once the car is pointed to the inside enough, you want to aim for this curb on the inside here. The bit of zone on the inside as well. Aim for that and go flat out. we don't have to follow the inside here, but by the time we want to brake, just before the 50, you want to be back to the right-hand side, like here. And we brake just before the 50, get the car rolling into the inside again. And again, be careful of that rear end here, because it can get a bit light, especially if you hit the curb at a bad angle, you can lose rear traction in the Ferrari. Then we get to where normally is the chicane. Now we can easily take the speed through. And what I'm looking for is this end of the marker here. Use this as a marker and then brake just before that. So there's not really, well, there is on the inside, there's markers, but I don't like looking at all the way on the inside because then I don't see where I'm going. I'm looking at something closer to the track. There's nothing on the left-hand side, so I'm looking at these tire marks on the road, and I'm using this one here, the brake point, and get to the inside. You can either take the curb here like I'm doing now and bounce over it a bit more, or you can miss the curb completely. I found that both lines work quite well depending on your setup. Then we get to the very, very tricky, I think, last three corners actually, because in all three of these last corners, we're going to need to brake while turning. There's just no way around it. And when we want to brake while turning, all the weight will go to the front of the car, and the rear will become very, very light and wants to step out. And you'll see this on this lap as well. For the first one, I like to use this first bit of the green runoff on the left side. Use that as a brake marker, brake just before that. So just after I've seen this white line on the left side. Turning quite late. Go around the curb here and then slowly back on power. Want to avoid these. And then once I see I can avoid these, I run straight over the inside. And then I'm looking at this white line on the inside. I'm braking just after that. And then I'm braking as much in a straight line as I can to the outside here. And then start turning in. But as you can see, once we start braking here, all the weight goes to the front and the rear stepped out a bit too much here, so that's where I even lost a bit of time. That's what we need to be careful of in the lap. So careful with the brakes, apply them slowly and try to keep that rear under control. And slowly get the car to the inside. Again, late apex, I'm coming from all the way from the outside. Late apex to make sure I get good traction out of the corner. We can run all the way over the curb here, left side tires on the curb. And then last corner, I like to go to the outside. You can go to the inside, especially to overtake. You can gain a lot of time going into the corner, but you're going to lose all of that time and a tiny bit more at the end. So what I like to do is run to the outside here and brake just before this white line on the left side. Again, try to keep the rear under control. And we're very, very far on the outside now. But we're also a bit higher. There's a bit of camber here, which is going to help us shoot to the inside here and get a good exit all the way onto the straight. And that white line into the last corner is going to get us a bit more speed onto the straight. And for me, it's worked out to being a bit faster than taking the inside line. So there we go. There's a lap guide around this beautiful circuit on the side of the hill. Again, without the chicane, very, very nice flow to the track. I really enjoyed. Good opportunities to overtake as well. So overall, really nice week to race. I wish everyone good luck, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel.